Let's jump into this video real quick. Allah allows adultery in the Quran. This is wild.
To defund the devil, we are back and we have another bomb to drop on you guys today. Okay, sorry I haven't been uploading lately, but I only want to give you guys quality, so I am not just gonna upload anything just to upload it. All right, let's get straight into the video. We are talking about adultery, and we all know what adultery is, okay? According to the Bible, adultery is a married person having sex outside of his marriage, okay? Having sex with someone you are not married to. That is considered adultery, whether it is the woman or it's the man. If you're having sex with someone you are not married to, while you are married, that is considered adultery. Okay, when we go into the Quran and we pull verse 424, we see Allah allowing adultery. Okay, so if we pull 424, it reads like this: also forbidden are married women except female captives in your possession. This is Allah's commandment to you. Lawful to you are all beyond these, as long as you seek them with your wealth in legal marriage, not in fornication. Give those you have consummated marriage with their due dowries. It is permissible to be mutually gracious regarding the set dowry. With that being said, let's pay attention to the first sentence. All forbidden are married women, except female captives in your possession. So, I wonder what that means. I am gonna go to Tafsir Ibn Kathir. Now, let's see what this guy says. Forbidding women already married except for female slaves. Allah said, also forbidden are women already married except those whom your right hand possess. The ayah means you are prohibited from marrying women who are already married, except those whom your right hand possesses. Except those whom you acquire through war, for you are allowed such women after making sure they are not pregnant. Imam Ahmad recorded that Abu Sa'id, sorry, I can't pronounce some of these Arabic words, so I'm gonna skip over them, said, we captured some Arabic women from the area of Autas who were already married, and we disliked having sexual relations with them because they already had husbands. Wow. So we asked the Prophet about this matter, and this ayah was revealed. Also forbidden are women already married, except those whom your right hand possesses. Consequently, we had sexual relations with these women. This is the wording collected from another Arabic name I cannot pronounce. This is the problem here. Anyone reading this can see that this is adultery. So when we asked a Muslim this, they said it wasn't adultery. They claim this is an adultery because the Quran allows it. So they have a completely different meaning of adultery according to what the general world understands adultery to mean. So now what he's claiming is Islam has redefined what adultery is. Now watch this. On Clubhouse, I asked a Muslim, does the Quran define what adultery is? And he told me this.
It's honestly a simple question. You don't have to be an expert to explain to me what adultery is according to your book, you know? So I'm asking, do you have a Quran verse that explains adultery?
No, in my reading of the Quran, I've not come across a definition for adultery. But like the closest story to it is what Sabir was pointing you to, that is in chapter 12, and that passage between, that's the closest where our understanding of adultery sort of is sort of like exposed in some sense, but it's not like they didn't go through with it.
And with that answer, we all know that if you don't have an explanation of what adultery is in the Quran, how do you know what adultery is? How do you know what adultery is? Where are you getting this from? I also asked a Muslim, where is adultery defined in the Quran or the Hadith? And he said this.
Wait, let's see if this is true. Nadeem, so do you still agree that what you told us adultery was in Islam is adultery?
Adultery. See, basically, I'm trying to explain to you.
It's a yes or no question, bro. You already gave us the definition.
Life, is this a court, or are we having a dialogue?
Well, because you guys are beating around the bush, bro.
No, we're not, bro. You're just not willing to learn.
Nadeem, you already defined adultery. You already told me what adultery is to you.
I'm coming to the definition of adultery if you let me explain myself, Life.
Oh my goodness. All right, go ahead.
Yes, gather your goodness and please listen carefully.
And you have to let me know when you're done. Before you're done, I need you to tell me where you got the definition of adultery from. Give me a hadith or Quran. Also, you need to tell me where it's defined, or else you have to tell me where you're getting the understanding from.
It's not defined in the Quran or the hadith. It's not defined in the Quran or the hadith. It's not defined in the Quran or the hadith. It's not defined in the Quran or the...
So apparently, this isn't considered adultery, but they don't know what adultery is. That's very problematic because you can't push back on us telling you, hey, Allah is allowing adultery in the Quran, while at the same time telling us you don't know what adultery is. Because if you don't know what adultery is, you have no right to tell us that this is not adultery. This is adultery. This is the allowance of adultery by your God, Allah. And to make it even worse, I brought up a hadith. It's similar to what we read in Tafsir Ibn Kathir, and Muhammad is allowing adultery to take place. Let's read. Sunnah Abi Dawood 2172, and this is a Sahih grade. I entered the mosque and saw Abu Sa'id. I sat with him and asked about withdrawing the private part while having intercourse. Abu Sa'id said, we went out with the apostle of Allah on the expedition of Banu and took some Arabic women captive, and we desired the women, for we were suffering from the absence of our wives, and we wanted ransom. So we intended to withdraw the private part while having intercourse with the slave women. But we asked ourselves, can we draw the private part when the apostle of Allah is among us? Before asking him about it. So we asked him about it. He said, it does not matter if you do not do it, for very soul that is to be born up to the day of resurrection will be born. Wow. And you know, I find it funny because after I read this hadith, a Muslim said this.
What's wrong with this?
Wait.
No, but it says in the Quran.
Let me explain the point really quick, and then you guys can go. You're trying to jump in frantically because you know what just happened here. Slow down. You can justify.
Okay, first off, this is just this is all wild. It's like we missed our wives, so we had intercourse with these other women. And it's cool because we missed our wives. It's like that's literally what adultery is. That's literally what that is.
Justify it later. So what we just read here is your prophet allowing adultery. They even came to him and asked him about what they were doing, and he said, go ahead, do it. Whoever's supposed to be born will be born.
No, not adultery. Not adultery. Now you're putting words.
Bro, Nadeem, chill. Wow. Oh, now that's not adultery, but let me ask you a question.
Wow.
Hold on. Is adultery a married man sleeping with...
Where's adultery in the text?
Nadeem.
Where is adultery in the text?
Is adultery a married man?
You see, now you're putting words into the text.
Audience, bro. See, now you're just going to overtalk me because you know that you just got caught up.
No, you got caught. Where's adultery in the text?
Nadeem. Is adultery... I never said I was reading something that was defining adultery.
You just said that. It's on replay, bro.
What? I never said that, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
See, you're not even listening.
I'm about to go pray.
You guys really think I was reading that to define adultery?
I'm about to go pray. I'll come back in 2 minutes.
He said I'm about to go pray.
Yeah, of course you gotta go pray.
So I'm gonna come back in 2 minutes, though.
Nadeem, is adultery a married man having sex with someone he's not married to?
The answer is yes, like before, Nadeem.
Nadeem,
just finish the text.
No. I already finished it. I'm asking yes or no questions now. Is adultery a married man sleeping with someone he's not married to?
Where does it say they're not married?
which is a very foolish response
What?
because
We just
this is
saw it.
clearly
We just
showing
saw
these
it.
married men were suffering from the absence of their wives, which would mean they are desiring women who are not their wives, which would mean that that question did not make any sense. These men were not married to these slave women. They wanted to have sex with them and sell them off, and Muhammad allowed it. So please, Muslims, pay attention to what's going on in your religion, okay? Please, all right? This is adultery. Your God is allowing adultery. You don't get to just redefine adultery. Adultery is adultery. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Facts, yo. That's crazy. It's like, it was like, that's not adultery, that's not in there. It's like, that's literally adultery. Like, you sleeping with these women because you miss the absence of your wife. That's adultery.